Pat, what are the sensitivities you had to manage while covering the drug war? Talking to the families, the authorities, and other sources. And then after the Duterte regime, book form na. The sensitivities that you had to manage.
Hindi naman specific rin sa drug war yung mga sensitivities when it comes to trauma reporting. It is the same for any kind of trauma reporting. Although, syempre, mas sharp yung sa drug war na in the aftermath of any traumatic incident, madali na yung in-interview mo, i-cast ka in whatever role is suitable for the moment. Kasi ikaw yung unang nakita nila eh. Ikaw yung unang nagtanong. They're going to think of you as a social worker. They're going to think of you as their savior. They're going to think of you as a friend, as someone to help them. Kailangan klaro from the beginning, sino ka? Reporter ka. Hindi mo pwedeng ipangako na pag ikwento mo sa akin yung pinagdaanan mo, makakuha ka ng hustisya. Hindi nangyayari yun eh. At kung mangyari man, hindi mo mapapangako kasi hindi mo alam. So, make sure it's clear that you're there just as a reporter to tell the story, that all you promise is the story. Because if you promise many things, you re-traumatize people in the aftermath as well. And you're getting the story on false pretenses. May kapalit eh. 'Di ba? Kung ang kapalit lang, ikukwento ko ng pinakamaayos na paraan na kaya ko. Okay yun. Anything else is a problem. So that's the first. And the second is consent. Siyempre. May mga in-interview ako nung drug war ng mga bata. May consent ng guardians nila, pero iba ang libro eh. So, by the time malapit na yung publication, for the children that I interviewed during the war, bumalik ako sa kanila para sa consent nila ulit. And at that point, they were older. They were 18.
Yeah.
So, they could give their consent personally. So, I had to make sure na okay sa kanila. I had to warn them na hindi lang Pilipinas makakabasa, mababasa ng mundo. So, ang advantage ng libro na ganito, walang litrato, walang video, walang kahit ano. Malaki yung control ko kung ano makikita, maririnig ng mga tao. So, in most cases in the book, wala akong tinago na pangalan kasi consenting sila. Pero, for example, may isang karakter na bata sa libro, first name lang. Okay lang sa kanya. May mga vigilante na hindi ko pinangalanan kasi yun yung negotiation ko sa kanila. Ikwento nyo sa aking buo, hindi ko kayo ilaladlad. At least yung pangalan nyo, yung address nyo, even if sa akin, alam ko kung sino sila, saan sila nakatira, mga ganong bagay. Sa akin, valid na siya. Kung hindi kayo maniwala sa akin, wala na akong magagawa. Pero hindi ko sila pwede ilaglag. So it's all of those things. But the most in a trauma interview or interviewing people in the aftermath of trauma is not to re-traumatize, not to make them go through the hell that they don't want to go through. If they feel telling the story is good, is important, that's great.
Right.
Pero walang compulsion. Consent is always important.